It comes to mind if a president thought that they could win an election on their own volition, there would be no gerrymandering and there would be no electoral college. That isn't fair. How many of you went to high school when you voted for homecoming queen, homecoming king? They didn't have an electoral college. They didn't gerrymander. That's how we learned it in school. It was always the majority rules. Campfire, freaking anytime you had to take a vote in school, it was always majority wins. So imagine the shock when I figured out about electoral votes, and I didn't know about that until I was probably 40. I didn't even think about that. I just wrote down who I thought should be president, but then it's, wait, what? And I really came home when President Trump, his first round, all of a sudden, it just stopped in the middle of the country. They had the electoral votes. They didn't do Washington. Oregon wasn't counted. I don't think California was counted. There's a lot of people that vote didn't matter in the federal election. The president should be who represents the people the most. And I could tell you, farmers are worried that Democrats aren't going to help their crops. Think about this. Democrats, independents, are against pesticides. They're for environmental protections. They animal rights. This is all things farmers have to think about. Of course we're going to support farms. They want to eat too. And they want to keep SNAP benefits. So you'll be making more money. The other part of the country vote. And listen to this. If we have someone who's running for office who isn't afraid they're going to lose, and the only way they can win is by cheating, and I consider cheating anything other than majority rules. But of course it's allowed in the Constitution, so what are you going to do? But people have been fighting it and never has gone away. Never. And then gerrymandering, holy crap, has anyone been watching? They've been watching what's going on in Texas, California. They're at odds. They're not even supposed to be thinking about those lines. And I'm in Missouri, and I'll tell you, we are gerrymandered. It goes around our house and our back neighbors. They gerrymandered us out of our section so that it's ridiculous. It is so ridiculous. And we got to figure out how to change this. But by the way, I'm just going to say it again. If you think you're the greatest president ever, if you think you're the best person for office, why are you trying to cheat? Why are you calling different states and asking them for additional votes? And why are they listening to you? Because everyone knows and everyone's scared. And it's only the people who have a spine that stick up for what's right. So do you have a spine? What can you do for your country to help us get through this?